That's me, Ian Higton, doing a rage noise because I've been playing loads of Rage 2 in an effort to hunt down as many Easter eggs as possible. Raw! What follows is a lovely list of 9 Rage 2 Easter eggs which, while being pretty much nothing to do with the main storyline, may hold a few mild spoilers, so do bear that in mind before you continue on with this video. Oh, and do like and subscribe to Eurogamer for more of this kind of stuff if you enjoy it. Raw! It's just not very convincing, is it? I'm just not an angry person.
Impressive. You think you can catch a bullet too?
Only a couple of characters from the original Rage game make an appearance in this sequel, but one of them, Mayor Lusum Hagar, pays tribute to her video game past with a set of touching family portraits that she has on display in her office. On the ground floor of her office, just past these display cabinets, you'll find a framed photo of Ray's Oasis. This is one of the first locations you'll visit in the original Rage game, and as well as being home to the Hagar family, it's where you're first introduced to a young Lusum, who teaches you how to wang wing sticks like a wasteland wonder.
Ready to give it a toss?
Head upstairs from there and make your way around to Mayor Lusum's side of the desk, and here you'll find a couple of framed portraits. The one on the right is of Lusum's uncle Halleck, who was the Hagar family merchant, and on the other, on Lusum's left, is her father and chief of the Hagar clan, Dan Hagar, who was voiced by John Goodman in the original game.
You know, I put a lot at risk to save you. Not just my life, but the lives of everyone here.
It wouldn't be a Bethesda game without plenty of shout-outs to other games from the id Software multiverse, and while I haven't found any super cool id Software Easter eggs like the Doom and Wolfenstein levels from the original Rage game yet, I have found some specific nods to the developer and its IPs. This first one is only a slight reference, but you'll hear it every time you unlock a new nanotrite upgrade from an arc pod. Just push your fist into this gaping hole in front of you and you'll hear the arc utter something along these lines.
You have successfully installed ID Accession Shatter.
Could the ID in ID Accession be a reference to the id Software company name? It seems pretty likely to me, especially as they didn't fully capitalise the word ID in the subtitles like it normally would be. So this next Easter egg is only available at the moment to those of you who bought the deluxe or digital deluxe editions of Rage 2. And even then you'll need to sign up to a Bethesda.net account in order to activate it. But it's well worth it because jumping through these hoops awards you with your very own BFG 9000. The signature big freaking gun from the Doom series comes crashing down to Earth encased in a meteorite near the start of the game. Once the meteorite hits the ground, it'll break open, allowing you to grab your very own BFG 9000, a gun so powerful that it'll be able to one-shot most of the bosses in the early game and any and all buffaloes that are unlucky enough to cross your path. Oh boy, at least that one was quick and mostly painless, I guess.
I hope you don't mind Walker, yes?
Dr. Antonin Cabassa is the other big returning character from Rage 1, and this mad scientist also has connections with the Doom universe, because, according to the Rage 2 wiki, he used to work for the UAC, or the Union Aerospace Corporation, a shadowy megacorporation whose facilities are the main locations for most of the action in the Doom games. Although I found no real mention of his past at UAC in Rage 2 at the moment, this is just another nice way to tie the two universes together. Anyone up for a Doom/Rage crossover game? I know I am. If you want to meet Cabassa for yourself, you'll find him early on in one of the game's main story missions, hiding in his base, which is located in the middle of a gigantic patch of weed. Now, where's Jason Brody and Skrillex when you need them?
Holy fuck, this is awesome!
This next one could have been quite a fun Rage 2 Easter egg that crossed over into the real world. But instead, well, you'll see. So, I love the weird and wonderful names for the NPCs in Rage 2, so I'm always scanning them as I walk past to see if I can spot anything funny. And so, as I entered the town of Wellspring, I naturally stopped to look at this chap, some kind of public speaker who sadly doesn't have any voice lines, so just waves an iPad around, looking a bit cranky. Anyway, his name is @Oyez_Clang, and if that ain't a little Twitter joke from Bethesda, I don't know what is. So I went over to Twitter, typed the name in, and sure enough, there's Oyez. Except the person in charge of the account isn't a Bethesda employee at all, because one of the tweets says, "Pro tip, if you name a character in a game an @name, maybe you should register that on Twitter so some chode like me doesn't do it for you, winking face." Oh dear, Bethesda. Oh dear. Let's just hope this person doesn't go around causing trouble for the game with their brand new Twitter account. Oh no. Alright, so let's go from fictional characters to real-world people for this next Easter egg. Specifically, the real-world person named Tim Willits, who is an industry legend and the studio director for both Rage and Rage 2, along with many other big-name id Software games. Tim makes quite a disturbing appearance in Rage 2, and you can find him taking what sounds like an hilarious dump in a public toilet in Wellspring, all whilst surrounded by a bunch of dead rats. Sanitary. While the face of this NPC is the spitting image of Tim, its name has been changed to Wimothy Tillits. There are nods to Tim's real name though. If you look hard enough around the locations in Rage 2, not only will you find this delicious looking Willits microwave meal, mystery meat, green stuff and potatoes. Oh, you're spoiling us with that concoction. But you may also be able to spot this big box of Willits bangers, complete with an excellent sausage-based pun on the packaging.
I heard they chopped off Mystery Oso's dick and choked him to death with it.
We're here, sport.
But wait, there's more real-world rip-offs in Rage 2, and they aren't just confined to id Software employees. Once you've completed Cavassia's Eden satellite mission, you'll be able to gain access to this secret bunker in Torn Plains, which holds a nice little riff on a very famous billionaire entrepreneur.
Turn back! Destroying you would be like crushing a bug. Pathetic.
Read a couple of the data pads hidden around the interior of this bunker, and you'll soon learn that the cranky inhabitant of this secret base is called Elton Tusk, the CEO of a company named Tusk Industries, who, if you haven't guessed already, is clearly inspired by Elon Musk, real-life fan of spaceships and famous slanderer of British divers. Hopefully things go better for the real-life Elon than they did for Elton though, because once you make your way to the back of the bunker, you'll discover this aggressive inventor is nothing more than a sad, scared brain in a jar.
That's all there is, huh? Pickled brain.
More real-world rifts appear when you head into the town of Gunbarrel, again in the form of NPC names. At least one person in the development team seems to be a massive wrestling fan, because pretty much every person in Gunbarrel is either named after a wrestling move or has a name very similar to real-world WWE wrestlers. For instance, this NPC here seems to have a name based on both Ronda Rousey and Roman Reigns, whilst Bridget Hart here is an obvious play on Bret Hart. And hey, even this little cactus robot thing here is named Cactus Jack, so all this is definitely not a coincidence. And neither is calling your characters names like Full Nelson and Rex Suplex. Although this guy here, I think, is just called Tony. And so we reach the final Easter egg on this list, although this is way more of a useful exploit than it is an Easter egg. But screw it, you've watched this far, so you might as well find out how to change the time of day in Rage 2 at will. All you need to do is press pause and head to the photo mode. From here, you can change the time of day for your photos by simply moving a slider left to right. And then, once you've got your preferred time of day, just exit the photo editor and bingo bango, you control the sun and the moon, you godlike mofo. So, if you prefer to play Rage 2 in the sunshine, now you can skip past the long nights whenever you want. Or, if you're like me and prefer a bit of fancy lighting, why not push the slider to the left and light the morning sky up with a lovely shade of pink. Ah, that's really stunning. And that's your lot, I'm afraid. I've not yet completed Rage 2, so I'm sure there's plenty more Easter eggs out there that I've missed. If you've spotted some of them with your Eagle Eyes ID accessions or something, let us know what they are and where to find them in the comments below. And if we can get enough of them, I'll do an update video and give you a shout out. Thanks for watching, do like this video, subscribe for more if you enjoyed it, and do have fun shooting goons in the wasteland. Goodbye.